This is one of my favorite people, brothers and sisters. She is a entrepreneur. She is a shaker and mover. She has touched so many people with her business, with her spirit, with her passion for building business. We are excited to have the founder, the creative vision behind WDB Marketing. We have Keeana Barber on Bean Soup Radio. What's up, sister?
Hey, Mr. Torrey, how you doing? That was such a glowing introduction. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We call it like it is, and we're definitely pleased and excited to talk to you because you are one of those pillars, one of those foundations of Black business development in the city of Chicago. So I'm excited to hear about how you got started. First of all, let me congratulate you on 10 years in business. Now, people, we got folks that can't stay in a relationship for more than a year.
I know.
A few months, and you've been in business for 10 years. So, man, just congratulations, and talk about a little bit about what it feels. Now, this is really the 11th year we're going into
now.
This
is the 11th year, yes. We just had our anniversary.
Year.
We incorporated April 19th, 2006.
Wow, so this is the 11th year. What does that mean for you to be in business that long?
Well, it means somebody actually loves us out there. I feel like we're doing something right. I just feel like it showed that we meet a need that the community has. And I honestly just feel very blessed to be in that space because, I'll talk a little bit about how I started the business, but I really didn't know the direction that I was going to go. So for God to have us here and to work with so many businesses every year, we see about 600 to 800 entrepreneurs every year, businesses, organizations been in existence for 40 plus years, and then brand new baby entrepreneurs, as I call them, with their first concept, whether young or old, or older, I should say. So I just feel blessed that we're in a space, and I feel like we're doing something right, because we try to help each business that we encounter, whether they just getting something printed or whether they need a full-on branding campaign. We always try to support them.
Mm-hmm. And, people, when they're trying to figure out what kind of business to launch and what they want to do in this entrepreneurial space, sometimes they force it, and sometimes it happens very organically. And how you got into marketing was very organic. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it definitely was organic. Well, I knew from high school that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I went on to college. I went to Northwestern. Go Northwestern, go. But I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in business, and it did happen naturally. My mom, who's a freelance artist, so she does abstract art and things like creates a little bit of everything. I started working with her while I was in college, just helping her, which I didn't know at the time, helping her do her branding and her marketing. So she would do these big shows like Black Women's Expo, and she would need signage. I had to figure out what her price points were going to be. So I actually kind of started dabbling in marketing, then, but I didn't really know that would be my direction to go. So I graduated in in the summer of 2004, and tragically, my brother was up here to visit. He had been living in California for the past 10 years, and he was up here to visit, kind of celebrate me graduating, and he was killed in November of 2004. And right before he passed away, we had talked about, I was fresh out of school, and what were we going to do? So the plan was to go to California and open up a family clothing store with my family. And, of course, things changed. But before he passed, he had incorporated an entertainment company about a year before called What's the Business Entertainment. So that was something he always said, what's the business, what's the business? So he was just very proud of it. He had really just started in California, as a hub for entertainment and acting and everything else. But he was doing the music side, but he was really still just getting his feel. And the day before he passed away, I remember us actually having a meeting, a family meeting, him, me, and my mom, just about what was going to bring the family, our first million. And I was like, oh, it's going to be the clothing store. My mom was talking about her art, and he was just so gung-ho. He was like, it's what's the business? It's going to be what's the business. I still have the agenda. I was even doing agendas back then. And like I said, the next day he passed, and my brother was just so important to me. He was a mentor. He really molded me into the person that I was, that I just almost immediately felt like I had to do something in his honor. I had to have people feel his impact and what he made me and have his legacy live on. So I decided to take over his company. So I incorporated it out here, called it What's the Business, and I started doing entertainment. So no event background experience, not much experience in business at all. And he passed in November 2004. In February 2005, we hosted our first event. It was like a hip-hop battle contest, and actually was pretty successful. And that was the start of it. That was the start of us, like, just really promoting his legacy, his love for the world, and just really kind of showing it through the business. And